Coming up, Earl Strickland, the U.S. Open 9-ball champion, will be trying to reach another final in the 1993 Pro Tour Championship. His opponent is Hurricane Tony Ellin, the man he beat in the U.S. Open final. Their semifinal match is next on ESPN. The Pro Billiards Tour has come to Southern California, specifically the Los Angeles suburb of Bell Gardens, California, and the Bicycle Club Casino for the Pro Tour Championship. Semifinal number 2 is about to come up. It's a rematch of the U.S. Open final as Hurricane Tony Ellin takes on Earl Strickland. Welcome to Los Angeles. I'm John Sanders, along with Alan Hopkins. Semifinal number 2. It's a repeat of down in Virginia, and gives Tony Ellin another shot here at Earl Strickland.
Sure it does, John, but the difference is here, it's a different atmosphere over here. You know, the U.S. Open is over in Norfolk there, and we're over here in L.A. at the Bicycle Club with the Tour Championship. Now Tony's racing to 9. If you remember the last match, they went to 11, and Tony was winning 8-5, and he got bad position on the 5-ball. Okay? So I think you're going to see him be a little careful this time. If he gets a big lead, when he starts shooting, he's going to slow up his game a little bit and make sure he doesn't snooker himself in the next ball.
He had a very tough match last night, a long match that lasted about 3 hours. He finally came back to win 13-11. He comes out of the loser side of the draw here, but undefeated and on a roll still is Earl Strickland.
Earl's tough to beat all the time. He's always knocking on the door also to get into the finals, and when he gets in the finals, he plays great. He's a winner for sure.
This could cap an outstanding year and maybe win him the number 1 spot in the rankings. We'll find out. Semifinal number 2 is coming up. It'll be Earl Strickland against Tony Ellin. We'll be back for the lag for the opening break after this on ESPN. The Pro Tour Championship is being brought to you by Meucci Originals, custom cue makers, the choice of champions worldwide.
This is one race to
Welcome back once again to the Bicycle Club Casino in Bell Gardens, California. We're getting set for semifinal number 2 of the Pro Tour Championship for 1993. A look at the brackets that brought Strickland and Ellin into this semifinal. And Strickland is undefeated, has not lost a match so far. Ellin was defeated earlier by Efren Reyes, one of the other semifinalists who has been eliminated. And for this semifinal, and also for the final in this particular tournament, it will be a race to 9. The balls, of course, are shot in numerical order. The winner breaks. 9-ball on the break wins that game, or a 9-ball combination can end the game. Scratch or foul means cue ball in hand. Let's look at our 2 semifinalists. Here is Earl Strickland, age 32, from Roseboro, North Carolina, but what an outstanding year he's had. And here is Tony Ellin. This was the matchup, as a matter of fact, in that U.S. Open, because Tony Ellin had a big lead, as you recall, in the final against Strickland, and he let it get away. We are getting set now. Lag for the opening break. Ellin and Strickland. And I want to ask you a question that pertains to Hurricane Tony. How much does the previous meeting and what happened in that match factor into this one?
I don't know if the meeting of the last match is going to mean that much, John, but I know he's thinking about the U.S. Open and what took place, but it's not going to affect his play here. The only thing he might do is if he does get in the long lead, if he has a chance where he's taking a chance of cue ball being snooker from the magic ball, he'll be a little more careful this time.
And it is Strickland
wins the lag.
winning the lag for the opening break. So Tony Ellin will set and let Strickland go to work. He's just been phenomenal. His play has been at a very high level throughout this year.
Good chance to get a look at his break, John. His break has really been devastating all week long.
One in Clinton, North Carolina. Earl is 32 years old. He's now in Greensboro. Earl the Pearl. Already won 2 tournaments on the tour this year. He comes in right now just a couple of scant points behind Johnny Archer, who went out earlier. An excellent break. Ball's running. What do you make? 3?
Three balls. I'm going to watch his follow through here. This cue ball goes right through the ball and up.
Push.
Great acceleration.
And he decides to push out, which you can
Legal
do on the
push
first
out.
shot
Mr.
after the
Ellin
break.
has the option.
Earl's made a push out where he's only left a little bit of the 2 ball. Tony can just hit the edge of the 2 ball right here. I believe he might give this up to. He might give this to Earl. I'm not sure. If you could hit the whole ball, you could bank the ball cross side, but the 9 ball is in the way right here.
He's taking his time making this early decision, and he does pass the shot.
Earl's going to leave him safe. He's going to hit the 2 ball to the rail here and try to bring it down here. And bring the cue ball here and back down here. Trying to put the cue ball probably behind the 7 ball. Oh, he kicked at the ball.
And
I didn't know he could kick at the ball.
he did. Did he leave Tony Ellin a shot?
Yes, he did. He has left Tony a shot. It's very close to the 7 ball right here. If he hits the 7 first, it'll be a foul. So he must try to hit the 2 ball first. The referee will be watching the shot very closely.
The referee is Scott Smith, who's also the tournament director. A delicate shot and handled successfully.
And he made a great shot there.
We've had great crowds all week, and we have a packed house for our semifinal here.
Strikes this, just hits the 2 ball first. He draws the cue ball back to the middle table for a combination.
Here's the combo. And just like that, game 1 goes to Tony Ellin on the 9-ball combo.
Tony's a smart player, John. I don't believe Earl's going to outsmart Tony. He's a very good, safe player. Sets himself up for a nice combination, just catches the 9 at the right angle and make it in the corner.
Must be something magical about this particular table, because we had Bustamante in our other semifinal had 4 different 9-ball either caroms or combinations to win games, and we start immediately that way in semifinal number 2. What a match this guy had last night against Dick Lane to reach this semifinal. It was a 3-hour slugfest.
Watch Tony's break. Tony hits the balls very hard also.
He almost scratched, but he did make a ball. However, does he have a shot at the 1?
Well, I can't tell if he can hit the cue ball through here and shoot the 1 in the corner. It's hard to tell from back here, John. If he can get between those 2 balls, he'll pocket the 1 in the corner. Otherwise, he'll push out.
The
He's
8
got a
ball
problem.
is off the table.
Yes, John, he has a problem right here with these 2 balls. The 4 and the 5, they're tied up. So I don't predict to see a run out here, even if he can see the 1. You might see a jump shot also. Tony's very good with the jump shot. But it looks like he's going to push out. Push out is something you can do only on the break. If you're snookered from the ball on the break, or if you don't like the shot you have, you can push out. Your opponent has choice to make you shoot or take the shot.
So Earl could pass this shot, as Tony did in game 1.
He's elected to shoot.
Cut it into the corner pocket just like that.
That's a nice shot. That was a long, tough shot. He got a bad break. Notice the cue ball, how close it is to the rail. It'll be tough for him to get position on the 3 ball. He's going to elevate his cue, draw the ball back off the rail here and back out the table for the 3 ball.
The 3 ball is on that far rail.
That's a great shot right there. It takes a lot of power on that shot to elevate, get the cue ball to bounce off the rail and come all the way to the other side of the table for the 3 ball.
Earl Strickland has not lost a match this entire week.
Watch out. Oh, he's made a great shot there. Knocked the 4 ball out for position. Now Earl will pocket the 4 ball and bring the cue ball over and back around table for the 5 ball. As so.
Beautifully done and beautifully diagrammed.
Got a nice layout here.
Yeah, Strickland in good shape to get out in this second rack and get even in the match.
Earl pocket the 6 ball in the corner and bring the cue ball back out here for position on the 7 ball.
Remember, the 8 ball was made on the break. He has only this, the 7, and then the 9 ball. And we'll be even at 1. Semifinal number 2. The winner here to play Bustamante for the championship. Pro Tour event. The first game for Earl Strickland.
Strickland wins game 2.
It's a great shot right here.
Score,
Pocketing the 3 ball,
one
bringing the
game
cue ball over at the
each.
perfect angle to catch the rail and knock the 4 out so he could run out the table. It's a great shot.
Third rack is coming up from Bellegarde. Welcome back to the Bicycle Club Casino and the Pro Tour Championship, sanctioned by the Pro Billiards Tour. The match was tied at 1-1. Rack number 3. And we'll pick it up with Tony Ellin. A very difficult shot on the 3 ball down in the far corner. but very tight pockets for Tony Ellin. The table was set up beautifully, and because of the miss, Earl Strickland then wrapped it up to take a 2-1 lead. The miss by Ellin gave Strickland the chance he needed. Now in game number 4, combination shot tried and missed by Earl Strickland. That gave Tony Ellin what he needed. A very difficult shot here on the 8. And working himself back for the 9 in good position to even up the match once again. This was rack number 4, and Tony Ellin needing only the 9 ball to get even. And at that point, we're tied 2-2. Tony Ellin and Earl Strickland, the winner to move to the championship of the Pro Tour Championship. And Strickland again with a combination shot that does not go. And in game number 5, Hurricane Tony Ellin then had his chance. Ellin with the 7, and then the 8. And he'll have to get back down table for the 9. This was to give Tony the lead. 3 rails, well done by Tony Ellin. In perfect position to finish the 9. And Ellin gets out and has the lead 3 games to 2. Now to game number 6. Tony Ellin, a very difficult shot. You can see where the 2 is located. He must make the 1 ball and then somehow get down table for the 2. And this is how he accomplished it, by cutting it gently into the side pocket and getting in shape for that 2 ball. Beautifully done by Tony Ellin. He got out and took a commanding 4-2 lead. And Ellin at this point was in control of the match, leading 4 games to 2. Game number 7 was the turnaround game as far as Tony Ellin was concerned. Watch the beautiful jump shot on the combo. He hit the 2 ball first. The combo got him rolling. Watch it again as he'll jump to the 2 and combo the 5 into the 3. And the 3 goes. One of the best shots of the match by Tony Ellin. But as good as that shot was, there was trouble to follow. Ellin for the 2. Now the 4. But in trying to get down for a possible combination, Tony Ellin scratched. That spelled disaster. Ellin would have been in shape to win this game and take control of the match, but instead it was ball in hand for Earl Strickland. You see he just draws the cue ball a little bit too far into the corner pocket. And that gave Earl Strickland what he needed. Ball in hand, the combination shot on the 9, and Earl Strickland right back in the match. Instead of being down 5-2, with the turnaround, it became 4-3. Strickland and Tony Ellin in the semifinals here at the Bicycle Club in Bell Gardens, California. Stay with us. More Pro Billiards coming up on ESPN. As we come back to the Bicycle Club, it's rack number 8 in this semifinal match, and Earl Strickland has the table.
Great shot. Notice the cue ball here, John. He's going to hit the 5 ball with low left hand English and bring the cue ball in between the 9 and the 6. He didn't do that. He didn't want to do what he did, I can tell you that.
Well, he loosened it up a little bit. That's not the shot he wanted, it.
No.
You can tell by the reaction on his face that it was not the shot he wanted.
Earl will probably play a safety. If he can't play a safety, he'll put the 6 ball in the corner pocket.
If he does make the 6, can he get back down for the 8?
Yes, he'll go up to the bottom, down to the bottom rail, back up for the 8 ball. That's great. Oh!
Again, it kissed the sides several times but did not fall, and that opens the door for Tony Ellin.
That's a big break for Tony right there. It's the Pro Tour bridge.
And that bridge is years beyond anything we've had previously, isn't it?
Now pocket the 8 ball and bounce the cue ball off the rail and come down from the 9 ball. Keep the cue ball off the rail.
Trying to regain a 2-game lead.
Which should have been like a 4-game lead.
Could have been, yeah, absolutely. That'll do it. Here's what goes to Tony Ellin. He has the lead 5-3, but let's go back and watch what happened to Earl Strickland to turn this game
wins
around.
game 8. He leads 5
Should have hit
games
low
to
left hand
3.
English, bringing the cue ball out over for the 6 ball, but he ended up not using enough English on the ball.
And as a result, he left the ball hanging, and Ellin put it away. Goes on to lead 5-3. But then Ellin found trouble in rack number 9. And he missed the 9 ball. That gives Earl Strickland the chance.
Position on the 7 ball was real important there, John. Now it shows up. He didn't get the right angle that he wanted on the 7 ball. He overcuts the 9 ball just by about a quarter of an inch.
Right. And as we've talked about, these pockets, the corners have not been forgiving. You have to hit the pocket. Tony did not. Strickland trying to take advantage with the bank shot. Beautifully done.
Great shot.
5-4. Strickland uses the bank on the 9 after Ellin misses, and he's right back in it. We pick it up now with game 10, and Tony Ellin with a long stretch trying to cut the 4 ball into the corner pocket. And as he had done earlier in the match, he missed a shot and left the table for Earl Strickland.
Spinning the ball with left hand English and just overspun it a little bit. Just catches the point.
And he's had 2 misses in the last couple of games that are misses that cost you.
Can't do those things with Earl Strickland.
Now, all of these players know that if you do that one too many times, it will be fatal as far as the match is concerned.
It's got a perfect layout, John. 7 in the corner, the 8 ball and 9 ball in the same pocket.
Tony Ellin is just sitting and shaking his head because he knows that he has had his chances again and he's let him get away. I think they've got the wrong color shirts on. Tony's from South Carolina. He should be wearing red. And North Carolinian here. Earl Strickland should be wearing Carolina blue, shouldn't he?
I agree with you, John.
We're even at 5. The race to 9. Strickland has come back to take the last 2 and tie it up here in Bell Gardens. Welcome back to the Bicycle Club Casino in Bell Gardens, California, and ESPN's coverage of the '93 Pro Tour Championship. Strickland and Ellin going head-to-head here in the semifinal of the Pro Tour Championship at the Bicycle Club Casino. Strickland with a break. Wow. They were hopping all over the place.
That's correct.
I think he changed sides, too, didn't he, with his break there?
Yes, he did, John. He also hit them very hard. Notice the cue, if you can, the cue ball went flying up in the air. Wow, look how high the cue ball went.
Trying to cut the 2 in the side pocket, does.
Okay, he's left himself an angle on the 3 ball to go around the table for the 4 ball.
What problems might he run into?
Well, he's going to play the 3 ball in the side pocket. He's either going to bring the cue ball down here, down to the bottom rail, back up for the 4 ball, or draw the cue ball on the other side for the 4 ball in the corner.
Brings it all the way around.
Brings it all
Uses
the way.
3 rails.
Maybe a different angle, what I see.
He could be number 1 if he wins this tournament. If he wins this match, he'll be right there with Johnny Archer. Winning the tournament will probably assure him of being number 1 in the rankings, but it's not over yet.
This game is going to be, John. I'll make a prediction for you.
And then for Earl, it'll become a race to 3, because right now it's tied 5-5, and Strickland trying to go up 6-5, the 7 and the 8, both down at the far end. And he'll come back up for the 9. He doesn't waste any time when he gets on a roll, does he?
No, he doesn't. If you notice, he only had 1 or 2 strokes to the cue stick and then hits the cue ball. 1, 2, bang.
And it's in, and it's over. 3 straight now for Strickland. He has come from 5-3 down to lead 6-5. A race to 9, and Strickland needs 3 more.
He regains the lead. He's ahead 6 games to 5.
And our referee and tournament director, Scott Smith, sets up the rack number 12 in this semifinal. Strickland has battled back, as he did in winning the U.S. Open against Tony Ellin. He's battled back. He's going to stay on that side of the table for his break.
I don't blame him. He broke and ran out the last rack. Really is the cue ball and flying up in the air last time. I don't believe you'll see the cue ball do that.
Bounced. Looks like everything's going to stay up, though. Really spread them out, but did not get anything to fall.
Wow. It's a great break, John. Even though you make a ball, it's a great break.
The bank shot. Almost had another kiss and got it in, but I think Tony's starting to press a little bit now.
Yes, I think he should have played a safety there instead of shooting one. And Earl's got a little bit of a cut shot on the 1 ball, but I don't know how he's going to get on the 2 unless he goes down table or hits the 9 first. Rather easy.
And apparently he has room to make this cut, doesn't he?
Yes, and he'll bring the cue ball. He'll strike the 2 ball at an angle, right in the corner here, and bring the cue ball back down table to the 3 ball.
Right over the top of the 4 ball. He draws it out.
I didn't like his selection there. Because the 4 ball is on the same side of the table, and he gave himself an angle to go back and forth.
Cuts that one. Frees the cue ball for the 4 ball.
He's awful confident right now.
The 5 is all the way down at the other end. In that right-hand corner pocket. Try to stay out far enough to give himself an angle on that.
Nice layout now. Just keep the cue ball in the middle of the table.
The 6, the 7, the 8, and the 9 for Strickland.
Watch out.
Earl broke on this rack, remember, didn't make him. Tony Ellin tried to bank and missed. Earl Strickland hopped out of his chair.
Earl bring the cue ball 2 rails around the table. 1, 2, 1 down. He doesn't want to be against it.
Move off that rail just a little bit. This to go up by 2. Earl Strickland now is in control. Rack 13 is coming up here at the Bicycle Club Casino. We welcome you back to the Bicycle Club Casino, and we continue our coverage of the Pro Tour Championship, and we're joined now by Mr. George Hardy, who is the managing general partner here at the Bicycle Club Casino, and our very gracious host as always. A question comes to mind. You've got an outstanding operation here. Why would you desire to bring the Pro Billiards Tour here, as you have done on a regular basis the last few years?
We have a number of special events. We probably do dozens every year. And of all the events we put on, our customers love the Pro Billiards. I mean, it's the best event of all.
And certainly you've had it here in the past, and it's something you'd like to see continue in the future. I know we want to come back.
Oh, absolutely. We love it. You guys put on a great show.
George, thank you very much. And here at your club, the Bicycle Club Casino, let's get back to the action. We pick it up with game 13, Strickland leading 7-5. Now, Tony Ellin.
We can play the 9 ball here.
He's looking at it. 2-time Akron Open champion. the up-and-coming players, and he will size up the angle on this 9-ball combination. Trying to pick up a quick game. Missed it. It was an excellent try.
I would have used the cue ball there instead of the 1-ball. It's a free shot if he hits the 1-ball thin. He just misses, just catches a little too much in a 9-ball.
That miss gave Earl Strickland the chance he'd been waiting for. He pocketed a ball, but then left himself a very tough shot.
He's got the 7-ball in the way here. He wanted to come out a little bit farther, out here somewhere, 5-ball, so he could have position for the 6-ball after he makes the 5. But now he's going to have to either play a jump shot or a masse shot.
Which would you prefer here?
Neither. I want to pass.
He can't do it. He's going to jump it,
He's
I
going to
think.
do a little masse shot, I believe.
Masse.
Yeah, masse. Thank you. Off the rail and in.
Great shot. That's a great shot.
Beautifully done by Earl Strickland. Now you know why he could be on his way to #1 in the world.
Curves it around, catches the 5 just at the angle. But the reason he made the 5 is because he hit it with the perfect speed. Lay the cue ball down for the 8-ball in the same pocket.
This to move within 1 of advancing to the final. Strickland will put away this 9-ball and take an 8-5 lead over Tony Ellin. Earl Strickland, the U.S. Open champion, is only 1 game away from advancing to the final of the Pro Tour Championship here in
Earl Strickland wins
1993.
game 13.
Strickland would love to do something like, oh, he lost the cue ball though. Trying to slam the break. And that's going to let Tony Ellin
Foul on
back
the
on the
break,
table
ball in
with
hand, Mr.
ball
Ellin.
in hand.
Did you notice the last ball? Cue ball goes flying off the table. Doesn't even touch another ball.
Got airborne and out of sight. Ellin now.
Not an easy run out, John. The balls are laying a little funny. He's got the 5 along the rail. He's got the 5 along the rail over here on the 6-ball, which doesn't go past the 9-ball. So to get position from the 5 to the 6 is going to be kind of tough. Let's see what he does. He may elect to play a kiss shot on the 9-ball, playing the 6 and carrying off the 6 and pocketing the 9-ball with the 8-balls.
This is the 4. No problem there. Should have enough angle on the 5, shouldn't he?
He has an angle. He had no choice to get an angle.
Of course, this number 8th ranked player has had a couple of these that have not gone in this match. He does.
He's going to play. I guess he can make the 6-ball. Looks like he can make the 6-ball.
Keep it right along the rail. Now, what does he do with the 7? All the way down to the far corner?
John, he's a tough shot, especially for landing 1 game. It's a very tough shot. He's going to have to just roll it down the rail and hope the cue ball doesn't go too far.
He needs to make this.
Yeah!
He does.
Perfect.
A big shot for Tony Ellin. He makes that as the 8. We'll stay here for the 9. Oh, Tony's not going to go down without a fight. Earl gave him a chance. And he takes advantage of it. Tony Ellin comes back, and this was one of the key shots for him to get out.
Hits that shot perfect, John.
Mr. Ellin
Perfect
wins
speed.
game
Cue ball stays.
14, trails the match 8 games to 6.
Dad, what's up? Playing a little pool. 8-6, 9-ball action for you here on ESPN. Welcome back to the Bicycle Club Casino. We get set for the 15th rack of this semifinal. Strickland leading.
Tony's not thinking about the ball now going to the pot. He's worried about the 2 and 3 right here. See the 2 and 3? Then he has the 5-9 over here. So he's got his work cut out. He's going to have to play the 1 ball and try to come up and break the 3 and 4. Excuse me, it was a 3 and 4 ball.
Right. 2 ball is out for the middle of the table.
He tried
Foul.
Good, didn't he? It's a foul. That was a foul.
Playing foul on all balls. He moved out to the 4 ball.
Macy Earl play the 9 ball here.
Right there. He bumps the 4 ball, and that is costly.
I believe Earl might come over here and play the 2 ball. Earl's thinking about what to play. Earl's going to play a combination. He's going to play the 2 into the rail and hit the 5, a 9, and he missed it.
Boy, the pressure is beginning to mount on both players.
That's a big break for Tony there. Earl decided to play the 9 ball. He had the 3-4. Looks like the 3 and 4 were okay in the corner pocket. 3 and 4 ball could go in this corner pocket, so Earl likes to play a combination instead of running out. I don't believe Tony has a shot. Tony's going to play a safety here. I believe he'll try to bank the 2 ball.
He does bank the 2 ball.
Look out, look out. Oh.
But he's going to really snooker himself for the 3 here. Can he catch a piece of it?
He's going to play a safety. He's going to put the 3 ball by the 6 ball and bring the cue ball down behind the 8 ball.
Behind the 8 ball.
Perfect.
So Earl either has to come off the rail or jump it.
Earl will jump the ball. Okay. Earl started the jump shot, I think. It's the 3 very thin. This is a very important speed shot. In other words, notice the 3 balls there. If the cue ball doesn't go behind the 8, he's left Earl combination. Earl's going to play a jump shot, elevating his cue. He's going to get it back, his cue tech cue, jump over the 8 ball, play the 6 ball. Watch it out. Missed it. Look out.
I think he can pick that off, can he?
Looks like he can make the 3 ball. If he can, this game's Tony's got a chance to win this game. Yes. It's a great shot. He's got a nice layout.
The 4 right there.
And the cross table for the 5 ball.
Go back down. Pick up the 6.
Use low right hand English here.
7 is off the table.
Pocketing the 5 ball with low right English here. Bring the cue ball back down table for the 6 ball.
Here's the long stretch. Don't touch that ball with your shirt, Tony.
I think you cinched that ball, John, to tell you the truth.
Tony Ellin needs to get out here to move to within 1. He trails 8-6, a race to 9.
Perfect.
Here's the 9 ball. That is his 7th win. Makes it 8-7. Earl Strickland turning the table back to Tony Ellin. He takes advantage and trails by 1. Oh, there we go. There is Tony Ellin with the break. In our 16th rack, it is 8-7. It's about as even as it could be. 2 balls. Watch out for the cue ball. Does he have a shot on the 1?
Good question, John. I can't tell from up here. It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's going to scratch cross side.
It almost looks like he was going to scratch in 2 different places. Just missed.
Catches a bad break here, John. If he can't make the 1 ball, he's behind the 3. He's got a really bad roll there because if the table was open, the 3 wasn't there. Let's just say the 3 was over here. He's got a nice run out. He's got a chance to tie it up at 8-8. But now he's forced to push out. He's going to elect probably to play a rail first shot, but the problem with that is that the 2 ball is down here. And he can't get position on the table.
And the other thing that you know he knows, 1 miss, 1 mistake in judgment here, and it's over.
Could be over. That's what makes the fun about a 9 ball. You never know.
That's right. Tony will take his time, sizing it up.
Mike Siegel always just say it's
Push
written in
out.
the stars.
Option Strickland.
Who's going to win? It doesn't matter what the rolls are. It's already written down. Well, Tony's made a smart push. Now he's pushed out to a ball that doesn't go anywhere. So Earl's going to play a safety. I believe Earl will put the 1 ball on the bottom rail and bring the cue ball down the other end of the table behind the 7 and 9. Gotta be careful he doesn't scratch. Ooh, he caught the 7 ball. It's a break for Tony.
It was. If he'd have been able to get by the 7, he'd have been in good shape.
But you notice Earl got lucky because the 1 ball stayed along the rail. If he'd have brought the 1 ball up here, Tony would have had a shot at it. Now Tony doesn't have a shot. I believe he'll play a safety. Look out. If he gets behind the 3, he'll be okay.
Not quite.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yes, he did.
Everybody's clapping. Looks like he got him. Well, if Earl can't hit the 1 ball, he's going to have to kick to the rail here. Or down to this rail and back up. If he can't see the 1 directly, see what he elects to do. He could possibly make a ball. He can hit it thin.
Ever so thin.
He's going to bring the cue ball back. Ooh, look
Oh,
out.
scratched.
Oh,
Foul,
wow.
ball in hand, Ellin.
I think he thought he could hit the rail and come back down table, to tell you the truth.
He just did catch the 1 ball, but it went right in the pocket for the scratch, and that means ball in hand for Tony.
Earl wanted to hit the 1. Maybe he was playing the 1 ball, but he wanted to catch the bottom rail. Looks like he was trying to make the 1 ball and come back down table for the 2. Tony's got a real nice layout now.
Any problem with the 7 and 9 being tied up there?
No, it's perfect. As a matter of fact, he gets on the 7. He doesn't have to do much with the cue ball. Look out. Well, now
He made him a little closer.
I think he caused himself a problem. No, he doesn't seem to bother him. He's looking at the other end of the table. See, if the 9 ball is too close to the 7 ball, it's blocking the path to the corner.
He comes for the 5, and then you have to go back and get the 6, and then he can worry about that 7, huh?
He's going to play this 2 rails around the table for the 6 ball.
Would he try to break it up over there?
No. No, he doesn't want to be on the rail here. Get off the rail. Okay, he's perfect. He'll play the 6 ball in the corner and bring the cue ball to the bottom rail back up here for the 7 ball.
And even though we can't quite tell at this angle, we're assuming that he can clear the 9. But these are the times you want to keep those hands dry and that cue stick working.
Tony's going to take his time.
Can't hurry now. It's 8-7. Race to 9.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, if the 7s, if it can go, it'll be okay.
Yeah. Goes.
Great shot.
Tony Ellin made it. And he has just this shot to even this match at 8-8. Ellin will have won 3 in a row after Strickland won 5 in a row. Ellin will have the break as we go to the 19th and final rack.
It's a great shot. He just gets the 7 past the 9. Plays perfect position on the 9 ball.
Action!
Hang on, it's 8-8, which means that it's now a race to 1. The 17th and final rack of this semifinal match, it is all even. Earl Strickland and Tony Ellin, 8-8. Strickland had run off 5 in a row and built up an 8-5 lead. Ellin has come back to tie it at 8.
Cue ball. Watch the cue ball.
Ooh, just does stay up. He made the 1. But does he have a shot at the 2? It looks like it's behind the 3.
It's behind the 3, and he'll have to push out or play a safety. If he can hit the 2 ball, he may back across corner and bring the cue ball back down table. Also, he's got the 6 and 4, which is tied up too, but he's going to try and play the 2 ball, and bank it into this rail and over to that side, and bring the cue ball down table. Ooh, just missed it, but he might have made it. Oh, he got a break.
Ellin got a break.
Well, you could say that maybe.
Well, he got a break as far as that particular ball was concerned.
Yes, John, he did as far as making the 2 ball, but look where the cue. He's not happy at all because the cue ball is way down table. Earl's smiling. He knows he's going to get to the table again.
And that's all he really needs. This is the deciding game. It's 8-8. It comes down to one final game.
He'll roll this ball very, very slow.
Overcut it.
Look out. Oh.
Now Strickland. This is not an easy shot that he's looking at on the 3.
No, it isn't. But Earl will come down. I believe Earl will play. I believe Earl will play the 3 ball in the corner here. And come off the rail and back down. Try to get in between the 4 and 6. Unless he can make... I don't believe he can make the 4 or the 5. The 5 ball is blocking the pocket. You see the 5 ball down here is blocking the pocket. So Earl will play this with center ball. Bring the cue ball and try to come down and hit the 6 ball. Or the 4.
Yes.
Out. Oh,
Whoa.
looky here. He got lucky that he can even hit the 4-ball.
Yeah, of course, he wanted to stay on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, but he's got a nice shot here. Earl's got a nice shot, a nice safety. Earl's going to hit the 4-ball thin, put it behind the 6-ball, and bring the cue ball over here. He's going to hit the 4, bring the cue ball down here behind the 9, and leave the 4-ball by the 6. Oh, he played the 5.
Right, a little combination. Yes.
Oh, he played the 5-ball. I didn't know he could play this, hit that much of the 4-ball.
So a 3-ball combination, and it goes. So Strickland stays on the table in the 17th and deciding game of this semifinal match. We couldn't answer much more, could we?
He's going to watch this corner pocket. This corner pocket is very tough.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It's a great shot there, he just made, especially in that pocket.
Quick check of their faces tells the whole story.
Requires a little time. I don't blame him.
No mistakes now. Sit in the side, looking for the 7.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Got an angle on the 7. He'll bring the cue ball. I think he'll bring it 2 rails and back up here for the 8. Perfect. Perfect.
The 8 and the 9 of Strickland will be headed to the championship, into the final. To take on Francisco Bustamante, and this is all that remains. That's it. Earl Strickland battles back and wins it. 9-8, a dramatic finish, and Earl Strickland going to the final.
Earl played the 5-ball in this shot, gave himself a nice chance to get out, and he just makes the 5-ball and sets up the run out. Played a great shot on the 6-ball, pocketing the 6-ball on the side, coming down 2 rails with inside English, right-hand English, killing the cue ball, and getting position on the 7-ball to set up the run out.
Strickland to the final of the Pro Tour Championship by 1, 9-8 over Tony Ellin. The Pro Tour Championship has been brought to you by the Bicycle Club Casino, California's most exciting gambling club. Welcome back once again to the Bicycle Club Casino, and the final is Earl Strickland 9, Tony Ellin 8 in the semifinal of the Pro Tour Championship, and we are with both players right now. We'll start with Tony Ellin. You battled last night to get into this position to take on the guy that was your foe in the U.S. Open. You played so well. You had some chances. What are your thoughts now that it's over?
Well, he played. He's been playing great, and he puts a lot of stuff in your mind. And I missed a few balls early, and that was the difference of the match. I believe if I took advantage of my opportunities, I would have had him.
In that last game, the deciding game, when you sat down, did the thought start to go through your head, hey, I may not get back here again?
Well, I knew he had a good shot on the 3. It's he had to take kind of a chance to go into the 4, and he didn't get exactly perfect, but he made a great shot to get out of the situation he was in.
Well, one more quick thing. I know you tried to say hi to some people, but you'd like to be a little more specific about the folks who are watching.
Yeah, I'd like to say Happy New Year to all the people in Charleston, all my friends, and my girlfriend Shelby, who supports me. And Mom and Dad love you. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Thanks, Tony, very much. Good luck to you. Now to Earl Strickland, who squeezed out a victory. Earl, as you said after it was over, you tried to give it away. You gave Tony some chances, and it really got tight at the end. After you'd won 5, it looked like you were in control. It about got away.
Yeah, I don't usually give matches away, but I tried to give that one away. But Tony's right. He made a couple of early mistakes that he might have put me away again, just like the U.S. Open. It's kind of a repeat. We played a little bit. I don't think we played as well as we did in the U.S. Open. But there's a lot of pressure here. We don't get to play on TV much, and that probably is the difference sometimes.
Let's go back and take a look at some of those key shots. We get a chance to see what happened in that decisive game when you had the combination shot. First of all, let's talk about this one.
This was the 4-5 carom. I wanted to play a little spin shot and over and play the 5 ball, let the 4 hit the 6 and stay there for position for the 4. But if you notice, the 5 barely fell in. I was very fortunate there.
And here, of course, to get in position on the 7.
The 6 ball was very difficult. I couldn't follow up to shoot it in the right corner, so I had to spin down and play very tight position, and that was a very delicate shot there also.
And, of course, that put you in good shape to get out, and here it is. This is the one you've been waiting for, huh?
Well, you always wait for the last ball, and it's a lot of fun to win. But I give a lot of credit to Tony. Tony's been playing very well, and I look forward to playing in many more matches.
Well, congratulations to you once again. We look forward to seeing you in the final.
I'd like to say hello to everybody in Roseboro, North Carolina. I'd like to say Happy New Year to my mother, my father, and my friends there, and everybody in Greensboro. I'll be home soon.
He'll be home soon, but he's got more work to do here in Bell Gardens because he'll be in the final of the Pro Tour Championship for 1993, thanks to a very exciting 9-8 victory over Tony Ellin. For Alan Hopkins, I'm John Sanders saying so long from the Pro Billiards Tour.